Hi guys, this is Cheeky Cherry, and I know it's been a long time since I posted, but here I am again with another video about my dream job, cardiology. And now I'm just going to give you a few pointers and the content for today. And if you guys are wondering, all this information I got is from this channel called Lecturio. Now, the top content for today is how to read an ECG, that's an electrocardiogram. Maybe the lifestyle changes that can help prevent heart failure, the types of heart failure. We're going to also go through a flow chart and the medication of the heart failure. So let's start off with how to read an ECG. Answer or explanation. An electrocardiogram helps us identify the disease or difficulty we are facing. For example, a heart attack. The heart rate is the beats per minute. The intervals is the time taken for various components of the ECG, and the P waves. This is an electrical signal made by the depolarization of the atria. Now let me just show you a few diagrams. This is a normal ECG wave, and it has a little explanation here, and I'll explain that. You take your time. Now this is the P wave, this is the R wave, and this is the T. There's also a Q and S wave. Now, in a more detailed diagram, this is the P to R, the Q to QRS wave, this is the Q to T, and this U wave, it comes if one patient has hypokalemia or low blood potassium. You see this little guy there? That comes when a person has hypokalemia. Now, this is just a bar graph. It depends on how high the wave goes. This will be useful, but I didn't draw a grid like that, so I'm not just explaining that. So let's also check about the cardiovascular system. This is not in the content, but I just want to explain it. Now, the heart in the embryonic life, it starts out as a tube. Now this tube folds on itself and it develops into 4 chambers. This is basically the anatomy of the heart. Now, the important parts of the heart in which we use the stethoscope to hear are the aorta, pulmonalis, tricuspidalis, and mitralis. And now, I can't explain much, but for example, it's here. Now, maybe near our northwest corner, it's the aorta here. This is going to be the pulmonalis. Over here, right below the pulmonalis is the tricuspidalis, and beside that is the mitralis. You'll understand when you see an actual human heart. Now, the lifestyle changes that can help prevent heart failure. Smoking cessation, which means reducing of smoking, controlling high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes, and staying physically active. A heart-healthy diet, which means a diet basically that's good for your heart. Maintaining a healthy weight, you shouldn't be too fat or too thin. Now, maintaining a healthy weight, it's basically the same thing. Reducing and managing stress. When there's too much stress, your heart rate goes up and up by the second. Now this will cause more chances of heart failure. And the cutting down of salt. Salt is a high contributor to heart failure. Types of heart failure. There's a left-sided heart failure and the right-sided heart failure. The left-sided heart failure is the most common. Now, fluids such as mucus and phlegm, they may build up in our lungs, causing shortness of breath. So these fluids such as phlegm, they can build up in our lungs, which causes breathing problem. Now, this is called pulmonary edema. Pulmonary, you can remember by the pulmonalis, which is closer to the heart. Now, pulmonalis, pulmonary, they basically mean lungs. Then, the right-sided heart failure. This often occurs with the left-sided heart failure. So when left-sided heart failure occurs, you can also expect the right-sided heart failure to occur. Now the fluids may build up in the abdomen, maybe over here, the legs and the feet, and it causes swelling. This is called the peripheral edema. Now the medication of heart failure. After this, we're going to go to the flowchart. Treatment is beta blockers. They decrease your heart rate. These are all some sort of drug pills. The last one I'm going to explain, it's a drug mostly. That's why doctors try to reduce it. It's just, I'll explain that later when I come to the last one. Now beta blockers, they decrease your heart rate. As I already explained, if your heart rate is increased, this may cause heart failure. Then ACE inhibitors, they decrease the constriction of blood vessels. Now, for example, say some persons' blood vessels are jammed. That can cause heart failure. So they decrease this to happen, this ACE inhibitors. Diuretics, they increase your urine flow. This also helps in our heart. And inotropic agents, this is the one I was talking about. There are sort of drugs, so the doctors try to use them as less as possible. We use it less because it's just like whipping a tired horse. It may run faster for an amount of time, but it'll die sooner. So the doctors may try to use as little of this. Now, inotropic agents are only used as a last resort when the heart failure is continuously happening. Now there's this flow chart. I'll just explain how much I can explain. So the cardiac output. When the cardiac output happens, it's basically like a problem with your external heart. So there's this big muscle that protects your heart, and if anything happens to this, oh my god, it's too much to explain. So over here we'll use those inotropic agents, also called as inotropes, because cardiac output is very dangerous. Now for lung congestion, we'll use diuretics. So if the left-sided heart failure happens, it'll lead to lung congestion. So for both of these, we use diuretics, and also CPAP. It's another medicine, but that's not mentioned here. So neurohormonal activation, which means some problem with your brain. If the brain is jammed, I must say you'll have seconds to live. Now for neurohormonal activation, we'll use beta blockers and ACE inhibitors. We'll also use AT2 blockers. And then there's another medicine called vasopressors. This can also come in renal perfusion pressure. I can't explain this, I'm sorry. And vasodilators. This comes in the water and salt retention in vasoconstriction. So basically something related to your kidneys. Urines, we use vasodilators. Now, basically neurohormonal activation can cause to your kidney problem, and the kidney problem can cause lung congestion, and the lung congestion causes to cardiac output causes to renal perfusion pressure, and this again comes to neurohormonal activation. It's a long cycle of medications, diseases. And so that's all for today, guys. I hope you liked my video. You might not have understood much, but I tried my best. You can also follow Lecturio. I must say it's a very interesting channel. It explains a lot, not just about cardiology, it's about any doctoring profession, say neurology or anything. So I hope you liked my video. Thank you. Bye.